Superbooth 21, Tom here from SYNTH. I'm here on the booth of Erae Touch. How are you?
Correct. Hi, I'm good. Good, thanks. Glad to see you again after a year and a half.
Our Superbooth 20 home edition video about your prototype.
Absolutely.
Early prototype, I would say.
Correct.
And the good news is the product is finished.
Finished. Final product. We started shipping last week, so it's fairly new. First time it goes public. First time people try it. So
And the first one are the Kickstarters, right?
yeah, so we had a Kickstarter a year ago. Then we had some pre-orders, and we started shipping last week chronologically. So hopefully, in the next 2 weeks, 260 people will have our product, which is really exciting.
And how was the involvement now and in this step from last Superbooth, the 20 home edition, to now? There was a lot of work for the team on the device. Or do you have
Yes.
improved it according to people feature requests or?
Lots of requests. Also, because of a component shortage, we had more time because we had to wait for 6 months to get some microprocessors. So we had more time, and we took advantage of this time to improve some bits, like, for example, the touch, the feel, the sensitivity, the reactivity. We even had a bit of help as well from Roger Lin, actually, who helped finding a better coating to make the surface more durable, so which was super nice, and now we're quite satisfied with the results.
Maybe all because I read a bit the input from the community that I get. Some compared, is it comparable from the feeling of a rolly keyboard or it's got the light pad?
Right.
Is it differently the feeling, or how would you describe it?
Well, I'll let you maybe judge yourself, but it's a bit tougher than a rolly block. Yeah, it feels more harder. It's in between the rolly block and the instrument for those who are familiar.
And what kind of material you are using there? Is it special one?
Silicon.
Silicon.
Yeah, just silicon.
And I saw even your demo guy on the side, he plays with drumstick on it.
Right. Yeah, that was one more challenge. Is we wanted to make it great for finger drummers, real drummers playing with drumsticks to get the rebounds right, and to be able to have it very sensitive under your fingers. So
You are using MPE, or what kind of technology in it?
so it's a MIDI controller, but it's MPE as well. You can use it as a MIDI MPE controller, right?
And it's compatible with every DAW or hardware also, yeah.
Yeah, of course, it's compatible with most DAWs. Actually, I'll show you all the possibilities with it, but we have a Ableton Live controller, soon a Fruity Loop controller. You can use it as a standard mixer. You can use it as a sequencer. Yeah.
I think my viewers would like to have a deeper look at it, Edgar.
Yeah, of course. Here I have 2 keyboards. They're all set to MPE. So in this case, I'm using Continua, so it's an MPE synthesizer, right? So you can play. Here I'm doing pitch bends, polyphonic pitch bends, where each note has its own slide, so it's the vertical movements and its own aftertouch. So every key you have on this controller, you can set 5 dimensions to it. Pressure is that, but also X and Y, and absolute X and Y. You can also decide to display one scale. So say you want F melodic minor, F harmonic minor. You would be able to display just the notes from this scale. So that's one representation. You can also have the isomorphic grid, where you have all the notes. and you can decide to display either chromatic or non-chromatic. So here I just want C major. That's really easy to learn, but then you can change so many things. For example, here I'm on layout 3. What I can do is I can pull this layout on my editor, Erae Lab. Then I go on live mode, and I can edit whatever I want. So let's say I want smaller cells, like really tiny cells to play really fast. And I have a really huge range of pitch. Or on the contrary, imagine, oops. I can have just less cells, but much bigger. So I can have a drum pad kind of. Here is something more complex. This is a custom layout where you have many things at once. You have some keys here for the notes. You have a little drum pad here. You have some 2D faders, and even some program change buttons. So maybe Altair will demonstrate a bit this complex layout with different instruments at once.
Yeah. So here, for example, I mapped a flute. So again, you can change the scale. Here I'm in harmonic C harmonic minor. Here is on y-axis on this fader is a reverb, no reverb, right and left. If I want a third axis, I can enable this z-axis, and it will be a 3D fader. So yeah, here I have my drums with a filter here. Here I have my hi-hat. The LFO rate is mapped on the pressure, so I can change the rate of the hi-hat very easily. On the x-axis, left and right, y-axis, pitch up and pitch down. So with one finger I have a lot of control over my drums. Yeah, so yeah.
You could design a kit, a drum kit, and keys together,
Yeah. You have basically you are I don't know how to say, but you can have many keys, many notes for drums, many faders. Here, for example, on this layout, you have the sequencer. So on alt layout, you have many faders for the mixer. So you can slide through the mixer with your finger and have a really nice control over it. Yeah, for example, this is for a drum pad. So this will be really easy to. You can see the velocity.
And you could also use drumsticks, right?
Yeah, of course. So. Yeah. So. You see that it is very sensitive, and the great advantages of this matrice is that even on those percussion you can map X, Y axis, so to create to add parameters on it and to create effect like a real percussion where the edge doesn't sound the same at the from the center. So yeah, it's really the way you want.
And that guy already said before, you can save your templates and so on. So how many templates you can save in the device?
So with the software Erae Lab, you can create as many and record them. Then you can upload them on the Erae Touch. So you have 16 layouts, and each layout has an alternative mode. So in total, that would be 32 layouts you can save on the machine. So with those 32 layouts, it can be really anything. It can be just a simple keyboard. It can be a sequencer. You can have, 32 sequencers running all together at once if you want. It can be something. Oh, this is the API zone. This is the open door to coders. So if you want to use SysX to take advantage of each LED and sensor, you can really mess around with this. And then, create your own layouts. It requires a bit of time, but
you need the editor to make new ones.
yeah, to create, you need the editor, absolutely. It's a simple drag and drop surface, you see. So you just take elements like a fader 1D, you place it, you style it, you change the colors. It's fairly easy and it's kind of fun to use, and you can do a lot of things with it.
And the controller itself has different connectivity yet.
So in terms of connectivity, we have USB-C and we have MIDI over mini jack.
So you can connect it to your SYNTH and your DAW.
Absolutely, yeah.
Powered, or do you require a cable?
No, it works with a power supply. There are 4 holes on the back plate, so you can mount it with a standard roll-in mounting plate. It's quite nice if you do shows to have it on on a drum stand. It kind of feels like it's floating in the middle of the stage.
So, Era? It's Area?
Erae.
Erae?
Yeah.
Because some of us speculate how it's pronounced. Area.
In French, it's Erae.
Erae?
Yeah. In English, I don't know. Erae, I guess.
And you said before you start shipping to the Kickstarters.
Yes, last week.
And when it comes to the big stores?
To the big stores, so it'll come progressively. There are already a couple of stores who ordered, so you can find it in Berlin, Schneiderleiden, maybe like in 2 weeks.
Okay.
And then we hope on having more and more specialized stores gradually over the next months.
And that's how much? The final price now?
Final price would be 850 euros.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you have any final future steps? You maybe want to tease what you want to bring to the area, or?
Oh yeah, so there will be some firmware updates. We are working on more animations and something more dynamic. There are many options we could bring, because essentially you could display anything. So maybe we'll go towards more aided composition elements, or maybe some DJ controllers kind of displays.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to how the community will accept this or will react to this new controller. So looking forward for this, and I wish you good luck with your first product.
Thanks so
It
much for
took now
interviewing me
more than 1 year to bring it together from our first interview, but I think it was a longer progress.
Yeah, long shoot. Yeah, it's been 3 years. We're developing it, and the team is growing. We're 7 people now, working full time on it. Of course, we are working on other things, but yeah, we keep it secret for now.
Okay. Thank you, Edgar. So I wish
welcome.
you
Thanks, Tom.
a good Superbooth 21 rest, because
Yeah.
there are still 1 day and some hours of the third day. Big thanks for watching, and hope to see you again very soon in one of the next Superbooth 21 videos. Bye.
Cheers.